Vegas, baby, Vegas. Today, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series rolls into the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the Cobalt 400. I'm Rick Allen, and today the season really starts to heat up as 40 of the world's finest drivers prepare for 267 laps of hard driving action.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to NASCAR Heat Evolution Career Mode with Leia Walker. Today we're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the running of the Cobalt 400. It is the first of 3 straight races in NASCAR Goes West, and Leia Walker is sure excited for these next 3 races. I do apologize for the camera changes a couple times. I'm just trying to find a feel for this because Leia didn't get off to a great start. And she started around 38th, and she's trying to work her way up. It was not really great for her to qualify here at this track, but as you know, we start off from the bottom and we have to work our way up. We have to earn a lot of money to upgrade and all that. You know the logistics of career mode. She does catch up to the pack, though. They're going almost 3 wide here at Vegas, and Vegas could get pretty tight, especially in Poma NASCAR races at this track. Those races get pretty intense with a lot of wrecking and a lot of action-packed passing. So now Leia moves up to the 30th spot. She does pretty well, and she has done a great job at picking herself up, picking up right where she left off. And now she's going to go by Casey Mears. That is for the 28th spot. So far, so good. She is working her way up to the front. Last time, though, was a wild one in Atlanta. She spun out Kyle Larson on the final turn to get 20th, 1 position higher than she achieved at the Daytona 500. But, well, it was worth it because a little bit more money goes into that finishing 1 position higher than before. But I know it wasn't necessary to spin out Kyle Larson. That was just for 20th. But it just, I don't know what was going through Leia's mind in that moment. So if you haven't seen that race, I'd recommend you check it out before you continue on with this one. I'll have a playlist in the description below for those of you that want to catch up on NASCAR Heat Evolution's races. I've already done 2 races, and this is Leia's 3rd, I should say, this season. Now she's 24th, and she's competing with Dale Jr. So amazing that this is the first time she's up against Dale Jr., who didn't have a good qualifying run to begin with. And right now we'll see if Leia could make the pass on the number 88. Like I said, I set this to 4x in pit stops so that I can have at least 1 pit stop in every race. I want to add a little bit of twist to this career mode. I know some of you don't add pit stops in your career mode, but I do because I want to add like a little bit of realism and a little challenge, and to make things a lot more interesting to watch. So I don't mind having a pit stop added in this race, even though the race is a bit short. I was going to have it 10%, but there's no option to include that. They go up to 100%. Lowest you could go is like 2% in race length, and 3%, and then 4%, then 7%. 7% is the one I'm using, but the next highest is 13%, which I don't get why they have 7% and 13%, but not 10%, nothing in the middle. So if I set it up to 10%, it would have been like what most Poma NASCAR races would have been long. In terms of length, it would have been as long as Poma NASCAR races I usually run. So it would have been like running in the Poma NASCAR series, except with the Sprint Cup drivers, and of course different tracks. And we follow the Sprint Cup schedule exactly, and not have World Tours, road courses, more road courses instead. So that's what it would have been like. But still, though, that would have been fun. But it doesn't matter. 7% is good enough for me, and it's good enough for Leia too, so I'm good with that. Anyway, she has pulled away from everybody else. She's still 23rd. Not much process being made right now after she gained ground a lot on on many drivers. She started, of course, in the back. She has worked her way up, though, the 23rd, and she's closing in on Jamie McMurray. a familiar foe. We saw the one last race, of course, and he was tough. So McMurray probably not going to go easy on Leia right now. And last race we had a caution in the middle of the race, and I'm not sure why that caution came out. I think it was for Ryan Ellis last race, but for when I spin someone out, the caution does not come out. And I never got that. I don't know what you have to do to bring out a caution. Honestly, I mean, the cautions are just inconsistent, to be honest. There are a lot of flaws in career mode, but we have to work our way around them in order to make this entertaining for all of you. And entertaining for me personally, of course, because I'm the one driving Leia to victory lane here today. 10 laps to go. 23rd right now is the number 28. And looks like she might have a challenge against Jamie McMurray. Gonna stay on the bottom because I've always stayed on the bottom. I'm always good at the bottom line. I'm never good at the high line for whatever reason. I just can't get a grip on that high line. I know some of you know how to navigate through the high line, but I can't personally. So I usually go on the bottom. And as you can see from our car status, 5 laps of fuel left and 9 laps to go. So we're going to have to pit within the next couple laps. So that's what I wanted to add. I wanted to add at least one pit stop in each race to make things interesting. Daytona didn't have pit stops because I had it at 3X at the time, and that still didn't have drivers coming down pit road. So 4X, the maximum I set it up, and I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. You can't change race length in the middle of the season however you want it before each race. So you can make things a lot more interesting. That's what I like about this mode. You can change race length and set up how frequent pit stops are and turn on and off. No, I think flags are included in the game, but you can set up difficulty in each of the races. I have the difficulty up on normal because I don't want to make it a little too easy for Leia, because I know you guys are going to be your guys would have been a little furious if I set it to easy. So I made it normal, and so far it's pretty realistic, other than the inconsistent cautions and all that other craziness that happens with every NASCAR game. And so now Leia's 22nd still, and really not much I could say about this race so far, as she is really far away from the other competitors. But she'll have to pit within the next 2 to 3 laps at this point, just so she can make it on fuel. And you're going to see unless there's a caution coming out, you're going to see you're going to see the pit crew for the very first time. The last time we pitted at Atlanta, it was under caution. They didn't show the pit road animation, and I was bummed out about that when they show the caution. And also, I was also bummed out that they didn't show the reason for the caution. Those are two things that I didn't really like about this game. Like, they don't show you what caused the caution, and they don't show you the pit road animation when you come down, when you're on pit road under caution. But now Leia Walker is going to come down pit road, and I might have committed a little too early because, wow, a lot of drivers are passing me. And one driver got right through me while trying to pit, and Stenhouse Jr. slammed me on the side. I was trying to make it to Leia was trying to make it through the pit road speed limit. I was trying to deal with it, but next time though, I'll try to come into pit road a little later so that I can get a good run. I can be fast and then slow down in time to make the pit road speed limit. So we're gonna have 4 tires, no repairs because there's really not much damage in our car. And there you see the pit crew for the first time this season. And 14.9, almost 15 seconds on pit road. That's way too long. I wonder if you can make improvements into your crew to make them faster, but that'll probably be safe for a major upgrade that we have to earn. We have to earn money to get upgrades. So now we're off pit road. We nearly got into Chris Buescher. A little scared there, but we're back in it. And the weird thing about it is that these cars go extremely slow. like off pit when they come off pit road. I mean, I know that's supposed to be normal, but as soon as they it seems that they take too much time to get back up to speed. They don't get back up to speed right away. You're going to see that within the next couple laps. 4 to go, by the way. Now Leia has just passed everybody. She's up to full speed instantly. The others, though, are not for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but it does make Leia's chance to increase her standing a lot easier. But it's just, I'm bummed out that these guys don't get up to speed. And now look at this. Leia's going to pass 2 more cars, and 1 lap's already been complete. They should have been up to speed by now. And they're still slow, which is weird. I mean, Leia's up to full speed, but it's like the other guys are not. They're like at 3/4 speed. And it's weird, and it's just, I know I'm saying it's weird a lot, but you get the point. I mean, that's another flaw here in career mode. I know career mode has a lot of flaws, but we're going to try to get through it. We're going to try to finish the entire season at least, and try to work our way up to the ranks with Leia Walker, because it's going to make things a lot more interesting. Now she's 25th, almost right where she was before she came to pit road. 2 laps to go. I'm not even going to get close to whoever is going to be leading at the front right now. Again, unfortunately, you can't, you don't know who the leader is unless if you're like in the top 5 or top 3 in the leaderboard. But it's a shame because I would have loved to have known the leader while I'm racing. Even NASCAR 15, I think, lets you know who the leader is while you're racing, but in this game, it does not. White flag comes out, 23rd right now. We'll see if Leia can get 2 more positions. And guess who is in front of her? Kyle Larson and Jamie McMurray. Looks like Chip Ganassi has 2 cars that aren't running well, but well, they've seen better days. Here we go, down the backstretch. She finished 20th last race. She's not going to improve on that race. She's going to come home 23rd, though, which is not too bad. But again, a disappointing run for Leia. She wanted to improve on every race, but 23rd is not too bad. Tried to get by McMurray on the final lap, but couldn't get there. 23rd place. Not too bad for Leia. Again, though, lower than she was previously. And we have almost 900 fans now, so, well, at least that was a positive. And let's see who won the race at Vegas. Right, 28 cars finished on the lead lap, for those of you wondering. And the winner was Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy took home the win, so we have 3 different winners in 3 races. How about that? Leia hopes one day she could make it to victory lane. And we get money from our secondary sponsor because we finished in the top 30. So, almost $12,000 we earned from that race alone. Not too shabby. And that should be enough to buy us an upgrade or 2. We're up to 22nd in points. Not too high, but, well, we're getting there. And speaking of which, we got a trophy. Earn a little extra, so we earned money from the secondary sponsor for the first time. We're going to buy only 1 upgrade, garage space. We're going to increase our garage space so we can buy more upgrades for our car. Hope you enjoyed today's race. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TA2 Racing and TA2. And we will see you guys at our next race from Phoenix.